What's up, man? Hit that like button. Hit that like button, though. I gotta
My
turn your
fault. Good
mic on,
looking.
man.
Yeah, good looking. I gotta unmute. My bad. Shout out to everybody. That's in the chat early. Appreciate it. Sorry about that. I was muted. Shout out to everybody. Got to see the new intro. Appreciate the looks. Um, Dave, how was your weekend, bro?
It was good, man. You see, I built this nice little arcade behind me. It
I
was
saw
a pretty
that.
good
I see
weekend.
that. I see that. I see that. Yeah, I
And you
was.
know, I can't build a thing. So for me to pull this off is impressive.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, so I was on call this weekend, so I didn't do much, but luckily I didn't get too many calls. Well, I didn't get any calls actually until this morning. So that was dope. So that was cool, man. Other than that, it was good, man. It was good, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. 26 people. Make sure you hit that like button. But Dave, we got a lot to go over. We started at 8:30. Shout out to everybody that saw it on Twitter and in the group me, and that's in the notification squad. Y'all get the notifications that we're starting early. It's a lot to talk about. We got to talk about the game. We got to talk about Cam's injury and the long term effect on that, and we got to talk the 53-man roster projection, which Dave is trash at.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I?
We'll talk about that. We'll get
We'll get
into
there.
it. We'll get into it because we definitely differed in opinion. But hey, well, it wouldn't be a show if we agreed on everything, right? So, all right, let's get straight into it, Dave. It's a lot to talk about, but let's start out. We start out with some non-Panther related news because we normally don't do this, but I figure we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it because there's so many comparisons between Andrew Luck and Cam Newton. But we gotta talk about the abrupt retirement of Andrew Luck. And what are your thoughts on Andrew Luck's abrupt retirement?
He's about to help his daddy run the XFL.
Is that what that is? Is that what it is? Seriously?
I'm rolling with that.
Wow.
That's what I'm rolling with.
Wow.
I think you know what I'm saying? His dad is like his dad is pretty much the guy under Vince, so to speak. So yeah, he might be going to help his dad run the XFL.
Yeah.
Now, but no, he's had a lot of injuries too.
For sure.
I mean,
For sure.
he's gotten beaten up, he's gotten battered. The Colts did a terrible job of getting him protected. I think they finally got a line for him, and now he can't stay healthy, which kind of sucks.
Dave, that is an excellent segue. That is an excellent segue because we talked about the Colts. What was it, a couple years ago, last year, when we brought in Zach Banner and Dave snapped. Okay, and Dave had a premonition in this, which we must revisit. We got to revisit this. This is classic footage. Shout out to all the new subscribers if you missed this. But this is the early days. It wasn't too early. I think this was last year sometime. But Dave pretty much called it happening. So take a look and listen.
Same
I don't
shirt
know.
on.
I
No,
don't know
not
if,
the same shirt. Thank
yeah, I
God.
don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear it, but let's see if y'all can hear it. If not, I have to put the link in the description box.
See that jersey you wearing?
The Colts jersey.
See that jersey you
Oh
wearing?
yeah, that's right. Alex.
That jersey is what's destroying Andrew Luck right now. You see that nice little horseshoe that's going on next to that other guy? That jersey has ruined the career of a quarterback. That jersey has one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL.
Talk to him, Dave.
That jersey has ruined a lot of things for the Colts. That jersey proves that those guys can't draft offensive linemen to save their lives.
Talk to him, Dave.
Yo,
That's
that jersey. The colors are tight, but there's a bias to that. But other than that, that jersey is not the jersey you want to see when you're a quarterback
Dave.
in the NFL.
Dave preaching right now, bro. Dave done went to sermon mode. That's funny, yo.
I think I gave him a D
Yo, that's
because
funny.
of that jersey. Like that jersey tells me a lot about what some of those guys shouldn't be in the league. That jersey changes the perspective of a position. Yo, that jersey, Alabama's defensive line could get to the guys in that jersey.
Yo,
Yo, my bad.
yo, classic footage,
Oh.
man.
Yo, my bad, man. You got me in tears. Real tears, yo.
Nah,
Yo, that's funny, man. Oh. Yo,
That
is
jersey is the reason why we need to grab off.
yo, please stop saying that jersey. I ain't gonna be able to finish the show, bro. Oh man. Yo. Oh, yo, that is funny. Oh man.
I think y'all get the point though.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, but yeah.
See that jersey you
Oh, it's my fault. So that was Dave. That was Dave, pretty much giving the premonition that that something bad was going to happen to Andrew Luck, and obviously he's had a ton of injuries. You know, the cumulative effect got to him, and he called it quits. I mean, you can see the list of injuries right here. I mean, I'm not going to read them all, but you know, there's a ton of injuries between lacerated kidneys and torn cartilage, concussions, shoulder surgeries. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I guess he was just, you know, he was just done. I mean, I haven't looked like I haven't like read everything about it, but I mean, to me, from what I'm hearing, it's injury related. He just calling it quits. His body is turning on him.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that and the fact that his dad is running the XFL.
Dave is content on the XFL.
I am, man. That was the absolute first thing I thought about when they announced the retirement. It wasn't a shot. It was he about to go work with his dad to get the XFL rolling.
That's crazy.
He doesn't have to get hit there. He can be an executive. I mean, you got to deal with ESPN already. They got 8 teams. He can roll that way, and he doesn't have to get hit, and he doesn't have to worry about giving his money back. The Colts let him keep his $24 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, he left a lot on the table, but I don't know if he gonna get that kind of money in the XFL though. He left a lot of money on the table. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I see both sides of it because I'm not gonna blame him for, you know, calling it quits. That man's got to listen to his body at the end of the day. But at the same time, like I felt like he knew this was coming. I mean, I kind of am on board with what Steve Berline said in his article or his little spew about, yo, you should have like at least went on IR and thought about it throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? And then just, you know, take the whole year off and then let them know you're going to retire. Like, don't do it a couple weeks before the season starts. You kind of left them hanging. But again, I don't know what the talks were, you know, in the background. I don't know if he kind of gave them an indication that he was going to retire. But I could see both sides of the team, how the team felt they did dirty, and then, you know, Andrew Luck, hey, he just got to hang it up. So, I mean, I would never like fault Andrew Luck for retiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he did leave the Colts hanging a little bit. Like, they could have prepared. They could have did something in the draft maybe. I don't know. He kind of left him hanging, bro. But
when you go back in history of the 2012 draft and look at their quarterbacks, man, Luck's gone. RG3 is pretty much done.
He's done.
Russ is a monster.
Russ is a beast.
Russ is a monster. Cousins is still in the league.
Cousins straight.
And there's somebody else I'm missing. But like, there was like a level of anticipation with those quarterbacks. And the top ones are gone pretty much. Which is wild.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Foles was drafted in that league too. And he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it is what it is. But we have to talk to this as it relates to Cam Newton, right? Because I mean, we're all nervous about, hey, like what if Cam decides to do this? Because if you look at their injury history, I mean, shit, Cam got just about as many, if not more, if you want to include the little ankle issue that he just had. You know what I'm saying? So this is Cam Newton's injury history. Okay, I'm not gonna read them all to you. They're there for you to ingest. But listen, I mean, Dave, how would you feel if Cam Newton decided to retire right now? I mean, would you? I mean, obviously we can't blame him. Like, this he's a beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as he embodied the Superman, you know, character for so long, like, he's getting beat up, bro. Like, he's he is getting beat the hell down, man. Like
I tell you what, I don't think the media would treat it the same. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm talking
I don't
about.
think the media.
I agree with you there. I'm talking about
from the standpoint, if Cam decides to hang it up because of all the injuries, I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't be mad at him.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean,
it would just be a long season for us. We'll have to come up with new ways of how to handle these episodes if that occurred. But I wouldn't be mad at him because the dude's gotten beat up, man.
I definitely.
Some of it is on him because of the way he plays, but I mean, we ain't exactly give him like a phenomenal line behind him most of the time either.
Nah, no. Yeah, but I definitely agree on the different media. Everybody's talking about the media perspectives, and I definitely agree. I agree the media would have it wouldn't have been like this. You know, so I agree 1,000%. But I mean,
you guys can decide why, but I think y'all can figure it out.
So Dave, my question is, I mean, here's the bigger question. I mean, we'll I'll save it. I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later when we get to Cam Newton later on. But this is just injury histories. And everybody makes a comparison between the two, right? And that's why we decided to talk about it, is because you know, everybody's Cam versus Luck, because I know there was a lot of people probably in this chat right now. A lot of y'all wanted Luck. Okay, let's keep it all the way 100. A lot of y'all wanted Luck, and a lot of y'all wanted us to get him. And you know, he decided to go back in the draft. Go back to school.
I'm thankful for.
He decided to go back to school. I guess he didn't want to come play for Carolina or whatever. Cause we were trash, so he didn't want to come here and decided to go back to school. But a lot of y'all wanted Luck. Let's keep it all the way at 100. A lot of y'all wanted Luck back in the day. So I'm just saying.
Cam,
go ahead.
Here's the thing: like, people's like, what if Cam and Luck would have won the same class? Luck would have been in Carolina. Cam would have been in Buffalo.
Facts. We wanted Luck. I remember that. I remember we wanted Luck.
I know.
And he decided to go back to school, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not playing for them." You know what I'm saying?
And he said he went back to Stanford. He played that bonus year.
Yep.
And we took Cam.
So luckily it happened the way it happened. And I'm thankful, because I would take Cam over Luck any day. But hey, let's just keep it all the way 100 though. A lot of y'all did. A lot of y'all wanted him. So it is what it is. All right. So that being said, we're gonna get to Cam Newton a little bit more a little bit later on. But let's move on and talk about this game. Okay, we got stock up, stock down for this game that happened, that took place, if that's what you want to call it. Our live stream during this game, and it was terrible. It was a terrible game to watch. It was completely boring.
So you saying you wish you was at the Jill concert? Is what you're trying to tell me, bro?
I wish I went to the Jill concert. You made a great decision, Dave. Almost just like Cam versus Luck. You made a great decision. It worked out for you. This game was terrible to watch. Okay, it was absolute trash. But again, we lost 10-3. No offense to be found whatsoever in this game for us. Really either side. I mean, both offenses weren't good. But there's a few positives to take away, but there's a lot of negatives, and I'm gonna go through them real quick because we gotta get through this. Gotta get through this to get to the 53 man roster projection. Excuse me. But let's go ahead and start with the stock up. Dave, did you didn't even watch the whole game, did you?
Not the whole game.
Yeah,
I couldn't. Once Cam went down, it got tough for me to watch. But I saw what Brian Burns did.
Yeah. I don't blame you for that. But let's talk about Jordan Scarlett. Jordan Scarlett had a good game. And we'll talk about this in our 53 man roster projection. But I like what I'm seeing out of Scarlett, catching and running. I don't know what his stat line is off the top of my head, but he looked good. I like what I saw out of Scarlett. If you want to take some positives from the offense, that was one of them. Not that there were many, because there weren't, but that was a positive. Okay, I like Scarlett, and I agree with you, Jared. He has proven why he is the true number one, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Number two. Excuse me, number two. I'm just trying to pull up these stats real quick. So, Jordan Scarlett had 10 rushes for 24 yards, and he added one catch for 8 yards.
8 yards.
Yeah. So it wasn't statistically, it was a bad night overall for the offense. But if I had to put a if I had to, pull a positive, that was one of them. Okay. Also, I thought Reggie Bonifant had a stock up as well. He came in on third down. He had a crucial third down rush, or excuse me, I think catch. I believe that's what it was. He didn't do much statistically, but in the crucial moment on third down, he came in and he made it do what it do. So I think Reggie Bonifant is making a push. Okay, I think he's making a push. It's not really about I see 2.4 yards of carry. It's not even about that. It's about, because I think I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it from who's helping themselves make the roster, or who's helping themselves push to become a starter. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it as, especially in the preseason, I'm not really looking at it as who had the best stats. That's really not how I'm looking at it. So that's kind of why I gave the two running backs a stock up. Again, I'm reaching. I'm not gonna lie, because it was a tough game to watch, but I thought Reggie and Scarlett had good games. But that's really it. Any thoughts on any other running backs, Dave?
I just noticed something on the stat line that's gonna crush my argument later.
Yeah, you are. We'll just hold that thought. Now keep that same energy, bro. Keep that energy. All right. So all right. So let's move on, because it's really not much to talk about here from the offensive side.
What I watched was rough.
It was bad. It was bad, dude. It was really bad. But from a defensive side of the ball, I thought F.A. Obata had a good game. I thought F.A. did real good. He had an assist on a sack. One of Brian Burns' sacks, it was on a stunt with F.A. And it was nice. So he had a good game. I think he's really helping himself out. A lot of people were counting him out when it comes to not making the roster in competition with Brian Cox and Vernon Butler. They're saying that F.A.'s out, but F.A. had 4 tackles. From a defensive interior guy's pretty good. He had a QB hit as well. So he had a good game. And another one that I didn't put up there, who I also thought had a good game, was Antoine Williams. I didn't give him a stock up just because I think he's got a long way to go to potentially make the roster, but I am keeping an eye on that. I'm keeping an eye on Antoine Williams. All right. But yeah, F.A. looked good, and he got a stock up. All right. So moving on.
Mr. Obata.
Moving on. Brian Burns. All right, you saw another 2-sack performance.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. Listen, he's a beast. This one was against second stringers, but again, you have to. I don't discredit anybody from dominating who's in front of him. Okay, I don't care if he gets 2 sacks on some second string guys. That means he's doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, so I don't care about who it was against. All right, so he's beating what's in front of him. There's some other guys out there that didn't beat what was in front of them, and that's just what it is. Okay, so he's got 4 sacks on the preseason, which is pretty darn good. I don't know.
Only playing 30% of the snaps.
Only playing 30% of the snaps, which is crazy.
Vicious.
It is crazy. So Brian Burns is really good. I really like what I see out of my man out of Florida State, and he's clocking in right now. I'm really excited to see what the defense really looks like, because I thought the defense they played okay. The starters played good.
I thought the defense played better than okay.
Other than the fact that we got ran all over. We got ran. Oh, man, I swear they had. I was tracking it as we were watching the game. They had 100 yards rushing. They had 129 total rushing yards, but I think they hit that 100 like early in the third. Could have been the second quarter. They were running all over us, bro. All over us.
And Michelle was having a field day. I was watching that.
It was bad. It was ugly. It was ugly. They were getting like 16, 12 long runs on us. Long runs.
But Brady was pretty contained for the most part. Like, I saw that, like, he couldn't connect with Myers, and he had a decent day with Dorsett. But overall, Brady was
somebody was connected with Myers, because he had 74 yards receiving. I believe it was Tom.
That might have been Stidham.
It might have been Stidham.
It wasn't
too.
Brady.
It might have. It was one of them, because Jacoby Myers was killing us. He was killing us. And listen, I'm not gonna overreact, because we are playing vanilla defenses. So I'm chilling. I mean, we not really scheming. So I'm gonna chill until I see what happens week 1. I'm not gonna take too much stock in it, either on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Even offensive line and how they played, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. But
and that Patriots defense looked pretty good, man.
Yeah, no,
that might be how terrible our offense is.
No, they were sending some heat, bro. Like they weren't playing.
Dog,
right.
I was like, these guys, they were like. Last year, the pass defense was kind of suspect throughout the season, but when the postseason came on, they came on, and they looked like that, which is wild. So
Yeah. So shout out to Brian Burns, man. He looks good. Yeah, yeah. Chris Manhurst was tough. He did give up a big one. So that's it for a stock up. It wasn't much to pull from. I was reaching a little bit, but hey. It is what it is.
You didn't reach on Brian Burns, but
no, not on Burns. Burns was probably the only really true stock up. If I want to be really tough, a tough grade, grade on the curve.
Your curve is crucial.
I think Brian Burns was really the only true stock up. All right, so let's move on. All right, stock down. Ron, coach. Bro. So the reason why I gave Ron stock down is because I feel like the team has come out really like blah. The past, even the second preseason game versus the Bills, it's like no energy. Like we just out there just kind of going through the motions. And for a guy whose kind of job is on the line, you know what I'm saying? Like I really expected more out of this third preseason game. Granted, I will say that the air kind of went out after Cam got injured, but at the end of the day, dudes got to be prepared. Dudes got to be ready to go, and I feel like the team was not prepared or ready to go. And so I put that on Ron. I hope they have a completely different energy come week 1, because it wasn't. The dudes have looked really really blah. They look really like I don't even want to be here. My job is secure. I'm good. And that was it. Dave, you got any thoughts on this one? Or do you not agree?
I think, I agree with you from the standpoint that they kind of look blah, and we can't give the Cam injury a pass because of it. Because they were looking blah before the Cam injury.
True. Right? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like the defense looked fine. So maybe you can question the OC. You can give Norv some of this heat. Because the defense was as good as other than the run, the defense was good. The 3-4 typically, it's easier to run on a 3-4 than a 4-3. So, that's kind of expected. But overall, yeah, it was a tough day in the office for everybody, really.
Yeah, it was tough. But I just think the dudes are really coming out really blah. You know what I'm saying? They just chilling. And I wish the team had some more energy. I wish they played more focus, because it's some dudes out there just balling individually, but as a team we look like trash. Okay. You guys
are talking about complaining about Rivera getting this stock down, but let's be realistic about it. Bill Belichick came prepared. You can talk all you want about it's the preseason. Belichick came prepared. The boys came to play.
Facts. Big facts.
So let's not be out here saying, oh, we got to give him a pass. It's preseason. No, this is the dress rehearsal.
This is dress rehearsal.
It's the dress rehearsal game.
I 1,000% agree with Dave's sentiment. Bill Belichick was prepared.
Stidham gashed us.
Stidham definitely looked like a beast out there. He looked way better.
What is with the Patriots getting these freaking backups that can ball?
No, it's the system.
They're gonna trade him for a first-round pick in a couple months.
It's the system, bro. It's the system, man. He definitely Stidham looked way better than Greer. Like not even close. Like not even on the same. I wouldn't even draft if I was looking at them two, and you gave me a chance to put a draft grade on them, just watching that game, I'd have been like, yo, nah. Stidham looks like a damn second round, first round pick, and Greer looks like a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick.
So they just need to swap, because I believe Stidham was 4th round if I remember correctly.
I don't know. I don't recall what round he was in, but
I
I'm just saying if you put me in that situation, I definitely would have picked Stidham over. And listen, I watched some Auburn football. I liked Stidham in college, but he wasn't doing that. He definitely was not doing that. I watched Stidham. I watched a few Auburn games. He was not doing that.
It's the system, yo.
But yeah, no, that's just the difference, man. These guys came. Belichick had his guys prepared, and we did. That was a great point, Dave. So all right, moving on. All right. So Cam, let's talk about it, Dave. Let's talk about it. Listen, I rewatched and rewatched again. And I thought this was terrible decision making by Cam. I know a lot of people, disputed what I was saying while I was watching it live, but I stick to my guns. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Cam should not have been doing all that scrambling. He should have thrown the ball. He should have got rid of the ball and lived to fight another day. I know it was third down, and listen, my assessment was, and I stick with this. My assessment was that I felt like it was his last series. It was going to be his last series, and he wanted to extend the play. And I felt like he extended the play, and, it got him in trouble. Now, let me preface this by saying I don't think the injury is that serious. The injury is not that serious. He's back at practice, although he's practicing limited. He's practicing. He's out there, okay? So I don't think it's a serious injury, but that's not the point. The point is you got to protect yourself. The older you get, the cumulative effect of these injuries on you, Cam, you got to play smarter, bro. You can't be out there, especially on a meaningless week 3 preseason game. You cannot do that. You got to make better decisions, and I don't even want you doing that in the regular season unless it's like fourth quarter and we about to lose. All right, you got to keep that situational awareness in your brain. Even listen, because I get it. It could be, and it's definitely not reactive on my side because I said it. I said it the first time he got hit. As the play was going, I said he should have thrown the ball. Okay. He got to play smarter. Okay. You got to play smarter. All right. So that's just my thoughts and my assessment on Cam Newton. Just get rid of the ball, bro. Get rid of the ball. All right.
Cam ain't faking his injury, guys. Just so you know, he ain't faking his injury. Cam's too tough for that. Cam would have probably kept playing if they let him. Because that's how Cam is. Dude played with a bad shoulder for half the season.
And I'm just saying, if he and I agree with you, Slim. I agree with you that he has been playing like this his whole career. But the older he gets and the more injuries he has to adjust. Hence, case in point, he's adjusted his throwing motion. He's adjusting. He's probably not going to be running the ball as much. Those are adjustments that you need to make. You need to make those adjustments. You can't just go out there and do the same thing the older you get. That your career is gonna end a lot quicker than you anticipate if you don't adjust the way you play. Now, I'm not saying he need to go out there and be a statue. I'm just saying you gotta be smarter in those situations. Sometimes you just gotta catch the L, take the sack, live to fight another day. That's all I'm saying.
Randall Cunningham stayed in the pocket more as he got older because he couldn't do all that crazy stuff that he was doing before, and almost made it to a Super Bowl in the pocket.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You gotta be smarter. I'm not trying to say put this dude. I'm not trying to say he's a statue. He's not that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you gotta play smarter. But yeah, so that's all I gotta say about Cam. So no, actually it's not. We gotta talk a little bit further because it's a question of the day. And I wish I would have had a slide for this. This is a question of the day. When I open up the phone lines, I want y'all to answer this. And I want you to answer this right now, Dave. This is the question of the day. In the comment section, I want y'all to answer this question. And in this chat, that's cool too. Answer this question. Tough question, Dave. Are you looking to extend Cam Newton past this season? Assuming let's assume he plays a healthy season. When that contract is up, what are you doing?
You'd extend him as soon as possible.
Okay.
No question.
Extend him. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody.
So if you wait, you're gonna pay more.
I'm not even saying about paying. It's not even if money wasn't even the money's not even an option here.
Oh no, you gotta extend him.
I'm just saying what. As a quarterback with all the injuries, all that other stuff, taking all that into account, would you extend Cam Newton with all of the injury factors and all that stuff into play? Would you extend him?
Yep.
So what? Okay, let's flip that and say, what if he got hurt again? What if he gets hurt again this season? You still gonna extend him?
Yep.
All right.
Starting quarterbacks are like franchise quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
No, I agree. I'm just posing the question, bro, because I think it's something we gotta think about. Like I think it's something that Hurney, all those people are thinking about it. Man, this dude's been banged up, bro. He's been banged up, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to extend Cam long term. I'm not sure.
You gotta pay him.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure yet, man. Because is a Cam Newton being a shell of himself that effective? Let's not act like let's not sit up here and act like he's some super accurate quarterback, because he's not.
Going there, man.
No, I'm just saying. I'm calling it like I said.
He's an NFL MVP.
He is, absolutely. I'm not taking anything away from him. And listen,
this league, this is the 100th year in the NFL. All right,
yeah.
Only not, and I don't think they were doing MVPs like in the first 20 or 30 years. But for the sake of it, I'll roll with it. There's only 99 other people, probably less, because there's people who get multiple MVPs that can say they've been NFL MVP.
No, I agree, Dave. I agree with you. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm in wait and see mode. That's just as me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting around. I need to see how this is he durable. He's been Superman for so long, but the older he get, he's not getting any younger.
If he stays healthy, like look at what all these quarterbacks are getting.
Dude, I'm take money out of the equation. Money's not even that's not even the deal right now for me. It's about, is he the best option? And I'm not saying he's not, so relax. I'm not being a Debbie Downer. Everybody's calling us Debbie Downers, Dave. I'm not being a Debbie Downer.
I said sign him.
We calling it like we see it. This is just facts. You can go out here and be a super fan Panther all you want to, but you got to call it like you see it. These are decisions that Tepper and Hurney and all them have to think about. That's all I'm saying. I'm just posing the question. Don't shoot the message.
But with the trend of players retiring at a much younger age, most of the time the players are going to make that call too, right? I mean, we're talking about what happened with Andrew Luck over the weekend, but the reality is that there's more and more players that are retiring at a much younger age.
Speaking of retirement, there's also players coming out of retirement. Dave, Percy Harvin is coming out
of
retirement.
I ain't trusting it, fam.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Since you said retirement.
No, I don't want him here. No, you don't want him here either. No.
That's funny.
No.
So I want that's the question of the day. What are you doing with Cam Newton long term? Make sure y'all in the comments section let me know. I want to see some details, man. What are y'all gonna do with Cam Newton long term? Because I'm just curious. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm not there yet. I need to see Cam this season. I need to see it play out, because dude's getting older and he's listen. The cumulative effect on those injuries is gonna catch up. If he's just gonna go out there and beat Cam, then that's what we gotta take into consideration. If y'all want Cam to be Cam, hey, you gotta deal with the injury concerns. So just a thought.
Just remember, man, Cam's got kids, bro. Cam's got kids. Cam's got businesses rolling. Got a cigar shop.
So does Heath
Cam
Slater.
Cam got other things outside of football that he could roll with. So I think Cam is going to make the call whether or not enough is enough if he's getting banged up.
Yeah, Heath Slater got kids too, Dave. And you see Heath Slater got kids too. You see how it's working out for him.
Yeah, but you're talking about something that's scripted versus this.
I'm joking, Dave.
I know.
Dave, I bring up Cam Newton. He gets all serious, bro. That's your boy.
Cam's my guy, man.
That's your quarterback. I should put the T.O.
face. That's my QB, man.
I should put the T.O. face up here for you, Dave.
Nah, I ain't crying, man.
Hey, listen,
I'm just saying, that's my guy.
I love Cam too.
That's my guy. And we're going to have to pay him $30 million a year. We're going to have to pay him $30 million a year.
Nah, it's going to be more than 30.
Well, that's why we need to pay him immediately. That's why I said you need to sign him now.
Might be right.
You should sign him. You should have signed him right. You should have signed him right after you limped off the field. Maybe it would have been cheaper for you.
Dak Prescott about to get 30. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. What? Come on, man. All right. So let's move on, because I think that was a good discussion. Again, Remember the question of the day. Hit the comments. Let me know what y'all gonna do with Cam Newton long term. All right. Moving on. Kyle Allen, and I could have put the rest of the backup quarterbacks up here. He got stocked down as well. Listen, I'm not comfortable, Dave. I'm not comfortable with this at all. Not one bit.
And guess what, fam? You just answered your own question. Would you pay Cam? Then you look at Kyle Allen and that arrow next to him. Heck yeah, you pay Cam.
Well, we can draft. We can tank and draft a quarterback. I mean, I'm not worried. Kyle Allen is what, undrafted free agent. That's completely different. But yeah, for this year, I'm talking. This year, I'm concerned, Dave, because they look terrible. Greer looked okay when he came in. That's why I didn't give him stock down. Greer looked okay, and maybe Greer just needs some time. But I'm not comfortable with Kyle Allen being number 2 backup.
Rivera said that backup quarterbacks need about 5,000 reps to be ready to rock. There's a long way for 5,000 reps for all these guys, fam.
Exactly. And then at the same time, Dave, Rivera also came out and said that we ain't bringing nobody in. So this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So all those people we talking about, we talking about get cap and get all this. It ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. Okay. And this is what we left with. And I'm not comfortable. So if something happens to Cam, we kind of knew this already. Something happens to Cam, season's over with. Unless Greer does some complete turnaround, because he did look decent. He looked decent.
He's a rookie, man. I can't expect everybody to be Jarrett Stidham.
Compared to what he looked like in the Bills game, he looked much better, and that's kind of what I compared it to. So, all right. So that's all I got on Kyle Allen, and that goes for both backups. That goes for Heineke. I don't like any of them. I wish Greer had some more experience under his belt, which is why I was pissed that he didn't get starting reps. Why would you not give Greer starting reps with give Greer reps with the starters when Cam got hurt? I would have gave Greer those reps instead of Kyle Allen. But it appears Heineke ain't even on the damn voting ballot, because he ain't getting no. I don't think he got any snaps. No, he did. He didn't get no snaps in the preseason in the week 3. So, but yeah,
I wonder if Taylor Heineke's about to have his Jimmy Clausen moment.
What you mean?
You remember the Jimmy Clausen moment when John Fox pretty much said, "We're gonna put you in on the 4th preseason game. You better ball if you want to keep your job here."
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm putting Kyle Allen. I'm putting Greer in there and let him roll. But
yeah, I'm wondering how they handle the 4th preseason game. Whether or not they just play Greer. I think I would if I was.
I would play Greer the whole game. Let him play. Get that experience, bro. Yeah, I agree with you, John. I think it does almost seem like that. It seems like Kyle Allen and Heineke were so much better in the preseason last year. Maybe they got a little content. Maybe I can't say that. This is speculation on my part. Maybe they got content where they were. I don't know, but
might have been. Kyle won the game last year, man.
The meaningless game, but they did look much better last year. Both of them. Heineke looked good, and Kyle Allen looked good. They completely looked different. But I don't know. It is what it is. All right. So moving on, Dave.
Yep. What's next?
John Masco. We prop him up. We prop him up, Dave. He's an O-line genius. But I tell you what, hey, them boys ain't look so hot. I'm talking specifically starters and even the second string and the O-line period across the board in this game look bad. We got abused. In this game. And could it be that, we could have rolled out with a vanilla offense and y'all would have put it on Norv? But listen, when I'm seeing Trey Turner and I'm seeing Moton get turnstiled, okay, it ain't good. I ain't. There's no way to sugarcoat it, man. And you know what? I think it proves how important I think Ryan Khalil was to this offensive line specifically. Because Ryan Khalil was the one that called out coverages. He did all that work. He did a lot of work for Cam because Cam quarterbacks usually one typically calls out coverages, moves guys around. Ryan Khalil was the guy that did that, and maybe this is just a symptom of missing Ryan Khalil. But this offensive line has not looked good, and I am concerned, Dave. I am concerned come week 1 with their. And again, maybe it's the vanilla offenses that we didn't do what we supposed to do. I agree. I hear that caveat. I agree. But I don't know. I agree. It's got to mesh. I agree. It's gonna take some time to mesh. But hey, it is what it is. This ain't the first game they played together. They played other preseason games together too. So, hey man, listen. You gotta call it. You gotta call it like you see it. Call it like you see it. Okay. Call it like you see it. But this is what it is. I haven't. And listen. This is not just the first string offensive line. The rest of them have looked bad too, which is probably why our offense can't get going. Okay, so that's part of it. It's part of it. All right. So I'm just calling it like I see it, man. Listen, if I gave Luke Kuechly a stock down last year, John could get his heat too. Okay, nobody's safe, B. I wish I had my gunshots, man, because nobody's safe, dog. Nobody's safe. All right. So moving on. Injury report. That was it for my stock down. Stock up, stock down. All right. So and I think we got a couple injuries. Greg Little's got.
Talked about Cam already.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, we talked about Cam, and then Greg Little has a concussion. I don't know if he's back in practice yet. I know a lot of guys came back. I think Kevon Seymour came back to practice from his hamstring, and Vernon Butler also came back. So we're looking good. We're looking good. All right. So all right. So that's a great point. That's a great point, Marcus. That's a very good point. The offensive line technically did not give up those sacks on Cam. One of them was on Manhurts, and then the other one was like a 6-man rush. They sent more dudes than we can block. So I mean, it's all good there. But yes, I agree. We talked about Cam already. Cam is fine. We're not panicking, but it has to go on the injury report. All right. So
it looks like he's on pace to be ready for week 1. Which would be good.
I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I would expect Cam to be doing what he's doing right now anyway, just relaxing. He's not going to play week 4. Just sit down, rehab, do what you got to do, and then be ready to come back practice with the team on Monday, like full participation practice on Monday. So, all right. So, that being said, that's the injury report. And let's move on to the 53-man roster, Dave. I think. Yes. 53-man roster. All right. So, can we all agree on the quarterbacks? Or I saw a couple Heineke lovers in here.
Yeah, there's a couple Heinekes. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Before Cam's injury, I think I was thinking they're going to keep 2.
Hell nah. That's the last thing we can do is keep 2.
But the thing is, I think with Cam getting hurt, they have to keep 3.
No, sir. We were keeping 2. We were keeping 3 whole time. And Will Greer's not going nowhere. Now I almost said Cam Newton, insert free agent for number 2, and then Will Greer. But again, I left it with Kyle Allen. I think that's going to be realistic. I think Kyle Allen's got most of the reps. He's got all the second string reps. So there's no reason for me to think that he would not be the backup quarterback. Not to say he's been good at it.
He's the backup.
But
I think they might have been willing. I think if Cam would have came out healthy, I think they would have been willing to go with Greer, with just him and Greer.
Nah, B. Nah.
I thought that. But once Cam got hurt, that ended that. They had to keep 3.
Hell nah, you can't. You already got a banged up quarterback. You can't keep 2. And then it's one of them dudes probably not gonna make it to the practice squad. They probably get picked up.
No, I think they would have.
Whoever get cut.
Nah, they would have. One of them would have made it through. That's why I think they would have rolled with 2 and put either Heineke or Greer. Heineke or Allen on the squad. Like they would have. They would have been able to get one of them on the squad. That's why I felt like they could have rolled with 2. There's no way anybody else is going to touch those guys. My opinion.
I don't know, but I think it's pretty safe to say that these guys are probably going to be our quarterbacks. I've got like 99.9% confidence that these 3 will be our quarterbacks. All right. So moving on, running backs. this is where it got a little testy. All right, this is where it got testy because I didn't have Cameron Artis-Payne on the roster, and I'll explain.
You could have kept him off.
I'll explain why in a second. All right. So I had Reggie Bonifant making the roster, and I think this to me, Jordan Scarlett makes Cameron Artis-Payne completely worthless. Like, it's pointless to keep Cameron Artis-Payne if you had Jordan Scarlett on the roster. Like, we have a backup quarterback that can do both, and then you keep Bonifant, which is a third down option. And so, I think that if I was doing this roster, I would have Christian McCaffrey, Scarlett, Bonifant, and then here's where it gets a little tricky because have you seen Alex Armour lately, Dave?
No,
I haven't seen him either. And you know what I think they're gonna do with that last spot? They might give that last spot to Holyfield, taking Alex Armour's spot. Because they really like those guys, and it's gonna be really interesting to watch those guys come in preseason week 4. Okay, it's gonna be very interesting to see what they do, how many snaps that Holyfield gets, because I think Holyfield could snap that. He could grab that spot if there's some concerns about Holyfield making it back to the practice squad. I don't know if he has a market. I don't know if he has a market. But it could happen. But Cameron Artis-Payne is completely worthless if Jordan Scarlett is your number 2 back, in my opinion. Okay, so y'all saying Holyfield doesn't play like a fullback. That's true, but we don't use fullbacks. And then when you use a fullback, you can bring down I don't know if I feel 100% confident in this, but you could bring down a Manhurst to do that blocking. So I don't think that Armour's spot is like so untouchable. Like y'all saying it like
he has a role.
He has a role. Yeah, we use him. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that I feel like those would go to Scarlett in short down. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a need for.
Or they'll give it to McCaffrey.
I don't know. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying it's an option. I agree. I agree that I'm just saying that Holyfield. I think they like Holyfield. I think the Panthers like Holyfield. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't seen much Armour lately. Yes, we do use him. That if I didn't mean to say that we don't use him at all. That's not what I meant to say. We do use him, but it's very sparingly. It's not his position is not like what he does can be replaced. Is what I'm trying to say.
Just an FYI, man, and I didn't realize it until we went live. Cap didn't get a carry.
No, he didn't get a carry, but I don't think that's a huge deal for him. I don't think it's a huge deal in the preseason, but
Christian McCaffrey gets carries, Scarlett gets carries, Bonifant gets carries, and Cap doesn't.
I don't know.
Like I'm just trying to understand. No touches.
He didn't get a touch, bro. He had the sweatpants on. He was chilling.
Oh, he wasn't even suited up.
No, he was suited up. I think. I'm joking. But yeah, give me Scarlett. Scarlett makes Cameron Artis-Payne completely worthless, in my opinion. All right, so and then watch that Armour Holyfield. Watch that situation. All right. So all right, ready? Time to move on. I think that's a very interesting debate. When I open the phone lines, we can talk about that. All right. So moving on. Wide receivers. I think these wide receivers are pretty much locked in. Again, Terry Gower and Mr. Terry. I apologize for incorrectly doubting your skill set way back in the day. A little post draft. I apologize, Terry, but yes, Terry is probably going to make the roster. Rashad Ross also did not get a snap either. If you want to go by that, I don't think he got a snap or target.
It's the dress rehearsal, man. You got to go by that a little bit, right?
I don't want to call that a dress rehearsal. You can call it that. I don't want to call that game just.
I know you don't want to call it because it look terrible, but that's what it is, bro. It's the third preseason game. That's what it's for.
Yeah, I think Hogan stays. Although Hogan didn't get a daggone look either. But I saw him out there playing special teams though. So I think Hogan stays. If it was me, and this is what we think is going to happen in reality. But if it was me, I would probably cut Torrey and keep another receiver. I like the LeVron kid. That'd be my Torrey Smith replacement. It's not gonna happen, but if it was me, I'd take a shot on LeVron kid, Andre LeVron, a bigger receiver. We don't have one on our roster. I think Torrey is our tallest, biggest receiver, if I'm not mistaken. And so give me the LeVron guy. But I agree. I think this is pretty much locked in. Okay, I think it's locked in. All right. So moving on. Tight ends. I think the tight ends are locked in. However, I'm concerned about the depth. We got Vanderland who gets some time. He had a solid preseason a couple preseasons ago and then got hurt. He ain't been the same since. But Ian is banged up. Greg coming off that foot. I'm concerned about tight end long term. There's no depth there, in my opinion. But I do think these three will be the guys. I don't think there's much debate there at all.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna. I'm not arguing over tight ends. Those are the three we got to roll with.
But for the record, I am concerned. I am concerned about tight end long term. So there you go. So Jared says that Arma has gotten tight end work, and he did play tight end in college. So maybe that's where Arma earns his keep, playing that tight end role.
But that means you might not keep Manhurst.
No. Manhurst is on the roster. He's talking about something were to happen for depth.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
And I agree with it. He has played tight end before. Arma has, and he's played in college. But all right, so moving on. Can we all agree there? Yep.
On the tight ends or the offensive line?
Tight end. So I'm moving on to the.
Yeah, move on to the line.
All right, O-line. Here we go. So Darrell Williams, Van Roten, Paradis, Turner, Moulton, Greg Little, Daly, Hearn, Larson. I think that's pretty much set in stone too. I don't see it going any other way. Let me see here. Let me just check something real quick. I'm just making sure there's no other. That's not what I meant to do. Just making sure there's no other offensive lineman I missed. So the only thing that keeps me a little concerned is tackle depth. I don't think Greg. I think Hearn stays. Who else would you put? Who else would you put there?
He's got to stay. Yeah, he's got to stay. The other options ain't worth it.
Yeah, who else would you put there? If Hearns goes, who else would you put there? I'm talking to Marcus in the chat. There's no other guy I would put there. But I think we're in trouble. If any of these guys go down, maybe the Catalina guy we just signed. He's got injury issues, but I could see that there. But yeah, I think Hearn stays. I'm concerned about the depth of the O-line. All those guys got to stay healthy. Daly and Greg Little are still struggling a little bit, and I think even Rivera said this week that he's happy that Little and Daly don't have to be forced into action too quick because he knows they're still learning. So it's a lot of youth back there, and I'm concerned if dudes get hurt. So the more we look at the roster, the more worried we get. Hey, this is what it is. It's what it is, man. This is what it is. All right. So we gotta pray for health, man. If we just stay healthy, we'll be fine. Just the health concerns is what bothers me. But I agree with you, Joseph. That's what I was saying too. One injury away from being forced into action, and that's from your coach that said that. So Coach Rivera said it, then
that says a lot.
It does.
Rivera knows what he's walking into.
All right, moving on. I got 4 defensive tackles here. Gerald McCoy, Dante Poe, K'Wan Short, and Kyle Love. There's somebody missing, Dave.
There's somebody
missing, and that his name is Vernon Butler. I do not have Vernon Butler making this roster, although I could clearly see this team keeping him and making some moves elsewhere. I'm good with these guys right here. But I don't think I wouldn't keep Butler personally. That's just my opinion. He hasn't played. I think he's back at practice now, but we can get Butler out of here. Okay, we can get Butler out of here. So any thoughts on this?
If you expect me to argue on whether or not Butler should stay on this roster, you're not getting it from me.
I'm just saying, Dave. I thought you might have had something. Thought you might have had something, man.
No. What's the next position?
Next position.
The ends.
The edge rushers.
Edge rushers.
Edge rushers. I got 7 of them, but the thing is, some of those guys can play inside, like F.A. and Brian. They play inside and out, so don't pay attention to the position there. Because I could have put F.A. on the tackles, so don't pay attention to how that's set up. All right, so I got Mario Addison, Bruce Irvin, Brian Burns, Marquise Haynes, Christian Miller, F.A. and Brian Cox. I could see Brian Cox being left off this, but I just don't see it.
Brian Cox for Butler, buddy.
I could see that. That's what I could switch. I could see switched. I could see Cox for Butler.
I think in my eyes it was F.A. versus Cox.
It was.
Brian wanted to act a fool and had his incident. I think that could potentially cost him that spot. But I don't think Butler's shown enough. Unless they want to keep that extra defensive tackle, Butler will be back, and then Cox would probably be gone. It would be Cox or F.A., but I'll probably get Cox out of here.
I got Slim remind me after we get through 53. I got an update on that. I got a ticket gate update, so just relax. I do have a ticket gate update. Remind me after we get through the 53 man.
I'm gonna remind you. I'm flying down there. Don't worry.
Remind me. All right, just remind me after this. All right, so moving on. I think we can all agree here. The only thing I could see switched out is Brian Cox for Butler, or Butler for Brian Cox. I think F.A. is safe for reasons I've already said. All right, so moving on, and he's played well with his opportunities. All right, so moving on. Linebackers, Luke, Shaq, Jermaine Carter, Andre Smith. Now, one to keep an eye on is Antoine Williams' kid, the one we were just talking about earlier. He had a beast game against the Patriots. He had 8. I probably should have gave him a stock up. I couldn't bring myself to it, but I will keep an eye on that one. You notice there's no Jared Norris, okay? But I could see that Antoine Williams' kid staying.
He was playing inside?
No. Well, so Antoine, he's considered a linebacker, but I think he was playing outside too. So the way these positions are kind of moving around, it's confusing. But he's considered a linebacker.
Okay.
Or even the Jordan Kuzniak kid. That Kuzniak kid was playing well too. So keep an eye on those two guys. All right. I thought Andre Smith is coming along. Both of them. I think Carter and Andre Smith are coming along very well. You got to give them some time. I agree Williams is more of an edge, but just bear with me on that. All right. So, moving on. Cornerbacks: Dante, Bradbury, Elliott, Seymour, Gauldin, Cornell Elder, and I will not hold the suspense. Cockrell is listed as a safety on ours, so Cockrell did make the roster. I don't want y'all to come at me sideways. But this is what it's going to look like. I think keep an eye on Kevon. I think you can drop Kevon and I think Ross playing both positions makes Kevon indispensable, if that makes sense. Because Ross is playing both. Ross can play safety, he can play cornerback. So he gives you that option to drop Seymour. Seymour's been hurt too. We haven't seen much of him, so he could get cut. Elder's on there too. Elder's up there.
They're talking about why is Elder on the team.
He actually didn't play half bad, but there's no other. Who else are you gonna keep? What's the other option?
Let's look at this depth chart.
So Kevon, I think Kevon could get dropped for and because Ross Cockrell can play both safety and cornerback, it gives us some flexibility there. That's all I got there for corners. All right. So what about Kiko Alonso? He's out there. I mean, Kiko's straight. I mean, I think he had a good season. A couple years ago. He just can't stay healthy, right? I don't know too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched a lot of Kiko. Oh, he might get cut. I don't know, man. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. So, moving on. Safeties. Reed, Boston, Cockrell, and Colin Jones. Those are your safeties. All right. So, and that doesn't round it out, but that rounds it out for everybody non-special teams. All right. So, I think there's a couple things, couple caveats that could go.
Have you changed slots to the kicker?
Huh? No, not yet, but I can. You ready to move on to the kicker?
We need to talk about this.
All right, moving on to the kicker since Dave wants to talk kickers. All right.
Yeah, that's what I do. I talk kickers.
Dave, as you can see, my man Joey Sly's gonna make the roster. Okay, he's gonna make it. It is reported that Grant Gano is not gonna kick in the 4th preseason game. My man Joey Sly.
You know what I'm more concerned with?
Who's that, Dave?
I'm more concerned that they're going to try to keep 2 kickers again, bro.
No, I think that's going to happen. I think that's 1,000% going to happen because I think Sly's going to make the roster. I think I was going to put that up here. And that's what makes that Ross Cockrell interchangeability important because he can play both safety and cornerback. So what happens is you can take that spot, you can cut a Kevon Seymour, and then you can add Gano here, and you'll keep 2 kickers. And then, but I don't see us getting rid of Gano's not going anywhere. He's going to IR. His cap number's too high. It makes him untouchable essentially. He can't be cut. So
you could put him on the pup.
Nah, you can't.
Oh, you can't put him on pup. You can IR him, but you can't IR him until he makes the roster.
Yeah, you can't put him on pup. You gotta IR him, but he's got to make the roster first. So he got to make it 53 man. Then your guy that you just cut, you have to hope he clears waivers to get back when you put Gano on IR. So it's not that easy. You're taking a risk when you keep that extra kicker. But I think it's gonna happen. Nobody's taking Gano's contract. Nobody's taking Gano's contract, B. We paid him too much, and he's hurt. Nobody's gonna take a hurt kicker, B.
The Bears probably do want Sly. You might be right. No, we can't trade Sly. Freaking Gano's not healthy. I have no interest in that. And Sly's been kicking pretty well too.
Pretty well. He's perfect. Except for the one that he did miss got
it was a penalty.
It was a penalty.
And he had the strength to kid it. It wasn't a situation of he didn't have the leg. He had the leg. It just was to the right.
So Matt says, what Kevin plays outside corner? Why cut your backup cornerback? Because I think Ross Cockrell can play outside too.
Would Kevon qualify for practice squad though?
Kevon, I don't know.
I don't think he would.
He spent some time on the practice squad already. I'm not sure if he has eligibility. I'm not sure.
Elder might. I think Elder probably would.
I'm not sure. But you got to worry about these guys getting back. Because you cut them, they could hit waivers. So somebody might sign them. So, but yeah, that was it for 53 man. If you disagree with anything, make sure you hit us on the phone lines when we open the phones up. All right, so that was the end of the slideshow. I'm about to open the phone lines, and in the meantime,
oh no! Before you open the phone lines, you got an update for us.
Yeah, and I got you, Dave. In the meantime, let me open these up first, so it gives people time to call in. But in the meantime, I got a Ticket Gate update. Okay, so I hit up Bruce. I hit my man's Bruce Irvin up. You know, we homies now. So I hit him up. I said, bro, what's good with the tickets? You know what I'm saying? Where can I pick them up in the DMs? And so He hit me back and he was like, bro, the game 2 weeks away, man. Just hit me. He said hit me when it's closer. So I gotta hit him up. Probably a week of. I didn't want to see. I didn't want to seem like I'm thirsty or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right,
I get it.
That's cool. So I just said, he was cool. He's cool. But yeah. So I gotta hit him. Week of the game. We'll see what happens. All right. So all right.
After preseason, you probably should hit him up.
Now I'm hit him up. Now I'm gonna know what's good.
Hey, what up? It's Jared.
Jared, what's going on, bro? You beat Noli.
Nothing much, chilling. The only thing that I had a question about for the 53, I'm really not feeling Corn Elder.
Okay.
I'm hoping that we cut him and that he clears waivers and we just put him on the practice squad and give that spot to Cole Luke.
Okay. Cole, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at Cole Luke.
I just feel like more upside with Cole Luke. I feel like he has more to give us than what Corn Elder has shown us so far.
I don't know, man. Corn had a solid game. He had a solid game against the Patriots, man. He's okay. He's not great. But he's I don't know. I don't know what he is, but
he's a tough sell.
Yeah, I mean either one. Cole Luke too. I mean Cole not showing me anything that's like mind blowing. Like neither. Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here
comes the money.
And the reason I mentioned Kiko Alonso in the chat is because he could be a cap casualty, and I'm really not feeling the linebacker depth.
Here we go. Money talk.
My bad, Jared. Appreciate the super chats. My fault, Jared. Go ahead.
No problem. I said the only reason I mentioned Kiko Alonso is because
Here comes the money.
Yo, appreciate it. Yo, y'all wildin', man. Appreciate the super chat. All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
The only reason I mentioned Kiko Alonso is because he could be a cap casualty, and I'm not really feeling the linebacker.
Go ahead. My fault.
I feel like after Shaq, we're in trouble.
Here comes the money.
All right.
Here we go.
I think these things are playing. Hold on one second.
Here comes the money.
Oh, yo, that's funny, man. Hold on one second. I gotta mute these while we on the phone. Give me 1 second. All right, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead, Jared. My bad.
Oh, you're good, man. I was just saying, like after Shaq, I'm pretty much worried.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like Carter though. I like Carter and I like Andre. I think they just need more time, more reps. Yeah, you could go out there and you could get a veteran, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at
So
Kiko.
which one of the two do you like better between Andre and
I like Andre better. I think Andre has shown a bigger jump from year 1 to year 2. Carter.
Yeah, I liked Andre better whenever we drafted him.
That's just because. Oh, I finna say you ain't no Tar Heel. I'm about to say you Tar Heel fan.
No, I'm not a Tar Heel fan, but I kept up with him. He had an injury.
Now go ahead.
I just like Carter better because whenever I kept up with him, the last season that he was at the Tar Heels, he started off really hot, then he got injured, and I felt like if he was able to keep that pace throughout the season, he would have went higher than what he did.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, no, I'm okay with Shaq. I'm okay with Andre Smith. I'm cool with them.
All right.
That's
all I have.
Did you get the jersey?
No, it says it should be here at 8.
All right. Okay.
It's only like 6:30 or something over here.
All right.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
All right, Jared. 704, what's good?
Hello?
Yep. What's poppin'?
Not much. How y'all doing?
Good. What you got?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the Matt Paradis thing.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that at all. because I watched. And I'm not saying this because of the interview, but if you listen carefully to the interview he gave, it's on Panthers.com. A lot of the reason why the offensive line looked bad is he is just as smart as Khalil, and he calls the protections, but they're not 100% on the same page yet. And he said it in his interview where he was like, we got to gel, and he says, how he would make a call, and then the guys would stare at him like, are you sure? And he'd be like, yes, you just have to trust me. So right now, the trust. So, yeah, I would urge people to really watch that Matt Paradis interview because it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense because he, even showed the face and everything, like how the tackles and guards would look back like, really, is this it? And he'd be like, yes, just trust me. So they just got to trust Paradis when he makes the call. And it's very evident on film. That's why they're not gelling together. So I think once they just trust him and realize, hey, this is one of the best centers in the league, I think they'll be fine. I'm not worried about. I don't know. For me, as long as Cam's healthy, I'm cool. I'm not sweating. It's preseason. You can tell dudes are just don't care right now. First team, and whether that's right or wrong, when it's week 1 and the stadium is packed, 60, 70,000 fans screaming, the intensity is going to go to another level. And I think what this just showed us is we just need to got to get rid of the starters playing in the preseason. And the last thing I'll say is, and I know talked about it last week, man, shame on whoever, whether it's Hardy Rivera, for letting us go this long with Kyle Allen and Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
I mean, to get 99 yards of offense on 41 plays, that's horrible. These backups are trash. Man.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, bro. You could put McCaffrey at QB and he'd get more than that.
Yeah.
Or Mike Pilardi, who played at Tennessee, we're screwed anyway if Cam goes down. But
yeah, no, I agree.
These dudes,
but we
it's just frustrating.
We could have prepared. I feel like we could have prepared a little bit better. I feel like we should have gave Greer a lot more work. But that's just
even if he got the work. I think with him, they just want to stash him for a year to let him develop. We let Josh McCown, who still lives in Charlotte, we let him go.
True.
You tell me you couldn't bring in a veteran like Kyle Allen, Taylor Heineke. These dudes ain't staying on the NFL roster in the next year or two. And it's just so frustrating that, we got literal. I don't know, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. But exactly like you said earlier, we are very top heavy, and we got to hope that nobody gets hurt, starter wise.
Yeah, if somebody gets hurt, it's over. It's thin. It's thin, and you know what? Which is crazy because it looked so much better on paper, before the season started. We look good in all positions, and it's just now it's just man. And maybe you could be right. Guys don't really give a shit about preseason, and dudes just don't care. But then when it's time to turn it on, come week 1, that's all we can hope for. But
D-line is the only spot we're deep at. Other than that, obviously quarterback is important, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I appreciate it though. Good show as always.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nolan.
Thanks, Nolan.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah.
My bad, KD. I cursed. My fault. He listening at work.
Headphones, fam. You gotta roll with the headphones. It's the only way. How you gonna listen to all these great rap albums without headphones?
Oh,
Who we got?
I am pretty far from my mic. My bad. I backed up a little bit. But yeah, no, that's it. I think that's all we got. Couple things. I can play my. For those that is 73 people, make sure y'all hit the like button. And I think a lot of y'all did not see the intro. Dave, I can run the intro back one more time. But before that, we have a new intro. It's pretty dope. And I challenge anybody who can name the inspiration of the new intro. Just it's pretty easy. Just if you can name it, just let me know. A couple things that we got. We're trying to put something new in. Come week 1, we're gonna do something a little different. It's not it's something that we've done in the past, but we're gonna try to carry it out throughout every week, and we'll see what happens. So there's a couple changes coming. Dave, they want to do the draft order. Do you want to do the draft order or?
Oh yeah, I was supposed
Right.
to do that.
So
Hold on.
while you get that popping, I'm gonna roll the intro one time, and y'all make sure y'all let me know if you can figure out what the inspiration is for it. Let me know. I'm gonna run it real quick. All right. So this is the new intro. Peep game for everybody that hasn't seen it. All right, can anybody name inspiration for the theme? It's pretty easy, man. If you've been listening, you should catch it pretty easily. There you go. Shout out to DJ. DJ got it. DJ got it. So yeah, I used the Marvel. Kind of took the Marvel concept and kind of made it my own. So it didn't take me that long to do it, but I got tired of the old cheapskate one that I got from other crap. But yeah, man. All right.
Question I have: How do I get my screen up? This is different.
You already did it. No, it ain't. You've done it before, Dave.
I have.
Yeah, I gotta make you presenter. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right. So at least I know there's other things that need to be done.
So I made you presenter, and now you should just be able to share screen.
All right. You guys should see. Can y'all see the draft order? I haven't pressed randomize yet. Don't panic. These are the same order from last year. I just want to make sure it pops up. All right, can they see it?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I need to fix it. One second, guys. I'm working on it. Or I could just... I'm about to freak something real quick. All right, hold on one second. Bear with me. I'm going to try to get this up for y'all.
The draft is 9:30 next week. 9:30 next week. And as you can see, man, Rashad's not in the league anymore.
Yeah, I'm not.
Tony took your spot.
All right, that should be better. Y'all should be able to see it a little bit better.
Can y'all see it? I don't want to press randomize until you guys see
Hold
it.
on. Give him a second, Dave.
Let me know when it's ready. Yeah, it's Monday. No, that's what you had last year.
Nah, he about to randomize it. All right, now go ahead, Dave.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. Pat got the number 1 pick. This guy.
Yeah, shout out to Pat. Yeah, Pat Coltrane decided to join our league. So he got the number 1 overall pick. Dave with number 5. Who else? Eddie, you gotta change your name, bro.
Hold on.
Eddie, you gotta change it. Eddie gotta change his name. He got Matt Khalil's left knee as his draft order.
So here's the draft. So Pat's first, Dave Love is second, Big Baller Brand is third, Chris is fourth, I'm fifth, Jared's sixth, Eddie got to change his name, he's seventh, Duke's eighth, Jerome's ninth, Marcus 10th, Noli's 11th, and Tony's 12th. Fifth. Such a tough spot.
No, it's not. That's a great spot.
No, it's not.
Anything in for this year, anything 1 through 6 is great.
No.
Yes, sir.
I want either top 3 or give me 12. Just give me the bottom.
Nah, B.
I had 9. I had 9
gotta,
yesterday, fam.
You gotta have
9
a
was
top
brutal.
5. Yeah, 9 is tough. You gotta have a top 5.
Yo, I looked up and got Zeke though at 9.
Yeah, you could catch a dub right there.
Oh, we'll see. I didn't grab a wide receiver to the 5th round, so we'll see. I took Kelsey in the 2nd. I went bold.
All right, so
yeah, man.
Y'all
so
back.
Here's your picks.
Y'all back with the fantasy.
I'll shoot a message to Pat and let him know that he got the first pick.
That's crazy that he got the first pick.
Yeah.
It's rigged.
Yeah, like Pat is taking McCaffrey. I just want y'all to know that. Pat is absolutely gonna take McCaffrey. Pat is like whoever would have gotten the first pick would have absolutely taken McCaffrey in this league.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
All right. That being said, Dave, you got anything else? I don't have anything else.
I'm
stay
good,
tuned.
man.
We trying to come up with some new stuff. Should be fun. Should be fun.
Yeah, man, this should be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be some good new content coming. All right.
Blame ESPN and the randomizer, bro. I didn't make the decision.
All right. Well, let me see if I can. That being said, I'm about to roll these. Hold on. I wasn't ready.
Follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. Follow us on Facebook at Panther Nation Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at ChampD1012. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. We're everywhere. And always remember, keep pounding. And no, I'm not going to London.
Nah, no London for me either. See if it works. Ain't nobody. I thought I was gonna. No credits this time. All right, no credits.
We got credits.
It should have, but it didn't. All right,
Didn't
so
work.
it was broken. All right, so that being said, man, we out. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.